9 more rings. Avoid the turret fire. Come on. Are there any others? Yep. Here we go. 46, 47, 48, and okay, there's gotta be 2 more right next to the turrets. You talk about your awesome ring locations. So now I can leave this place, and as I said, this is a point of no return. You can't come back here once you've done this, but Knuckles is really close by. Just gotta be careful. There's a mine in the way, and I just got hit. Good thing I had my shield, else it would have been the ultimate heartbreak. So, special stage number 3. Yeah, I'm definitely going faster with each special stage. Gotta watch out for those mines. At least their locations aren't nearly as awkward as in the second one, and I got 81 rings when I only needed 50. Okay, guys, take a little break at the wall. It's not recommended to take a 5-minute break, else you're just going to get dead cold, and playing dead cold is a surefire way to end up cold and dead. Okay, I'm coming to the end now, and as I said, there are no awkward mine locations, so this was a piece of cake. Now, one thing I've always found sketchy about this game is how I gotta pay Tails and Knuckles in order to reach the special stages. Why don't they do it for free? They're my friends! What, do they want to see Eggman take over the world?
Of course!
Now, one thing to keep in mind is that once you're done with Knuckles' stage, the mine that guards him respawns, so you really gotta be careful, because you gotta remember, you gave all your rings to Knuckles, and as a result you're left with 0. And even if you had a shield when entering the stage, you lose your shield once you get back. So you're left completely defenseless against that mine. So if you let that mine hit you, you lose a life automatically. It's as simple as that. Now I don't know if I should say I got lucky. I don't know. It's got to be my skill. It's got to be because of my elite hacksaw skills. Okay, I hate this thing, but because you see the thorns that are all over its body. If you don't nail a hit on the head, you're gonna hit the body, and you're gonna hit one of those spikes, and you're gonna lose your rings or your shield or whatever. Either way, you're gonna take a hit, and that is not cool. Now, if I remember correctly, there are 2 places I can go to from there. I can smash that boulder, and I think that if I go west, there is another area. I'm gonna... Ah, man! Stupid mine! Okay, there's an enemy there, so I would assume that Tails is behind that boulder that I just smashed. And even so, he's hidden behind a pretty hidden passage. That's a lot of hiddens, I know, but that you're gonna have to get used to it. Sometimes those bastards are really, really well hidden. That's something else. Why did they hide themselves so well? That's on top of having to pay them. But here we go. I found Tails, so it's time for special stage number 4. And there's no mistake about it. Tails stages are much harder with those single mines all over the place. Come on. I gotta be careful. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. This is a bit taxing on my mind, actually. Okay, come on. Another stray mine. I hate those so much. Okay, a wall. Oh, come on. I thought for sure I was going to smash into one of the mines, but guess I got lucky there. Come on. Okay. Gotta be careful not to jump into the mine once I decide to jump off that wall. I can just... Yes! Yes! 171 rings. But of course, they're also getting more difficult because, well, it's the 4th special stage. It's not the 1st or the 2nd anymore. Well, duh! So with that out of the way, I have 4 emeralds in hand now, so all that's left to do is complete the stage. And yes, I know it's rather awkward to be able to have all 7 emeralds after only 2 zones, but it's not as awkward when you think of how hard the game is going to become after a while. Tails and Knuckles are going to be harder to find. It's going to be harder to collect 50 rings without hitting anything and stuff like that. So if you can take advantage... Oh, continue! Okay, that's a huge relief. At least if I run out of lives during the Volcano Valley boss, at least I'm going to have a few more shots. And yes, I'm collecting extra lives and continues with a specific boss in mind. Believe me when I say, with a keyboard, that thing's damn near impossible! Well, with a D-pad or even better, a joystick for the Mega Collection players, it's sort of manageable. But with a keyboard, all you got is 4 keys. You got no control other than, you know, going at 45 degrees. Well, you can go at other angles, but it's much harder to manage. But if you haven't played the game, I'm not gonna spoil what the boss is, but it's really crazy. But anyways, that's what I was about to say before I collected that continue. If you can get all 7 Chaos Emeralds before finishing the second zone, then more power to you. And what happens when you go to a special stage after getting all 7 emeralds, you ask? Well, you gain an extra life at the end. So even once I have obtained all the Chaos Emeralds, don't be surprised if I go to any special stages I encounter, because I need those lives, and badly. Anyway, Act 2 is down, so now it's time for Act 3. Act 3s are only bosses. There's no exploring at all. This one... Okay, which one is it already? Oh, man, now I remember. It's got, like, this huge spike ball that hones in on me. Ah! Oh, come on! That, you know, that's where the perspective really hinders you. Sometimes you think you're higher, but in fact you're lower, but farther up on the map. You really... Using your shadow is your best bet to know where you are. Except sometimes, well, the shadow is not the first thing you look at. You look at Eggman, you look at that spike ball there, and just look, when I hit him, his windshield starts to crack up. So that's actually pretty cool. You get an idea of the progression versus the boss. Okay, if I can just get maybe one more hit, I think. Yes! Alright. Now, of course, he'll be back. Several times. 7 more times, in fact, counting the special boss that absolutely requires all 7 Chaos Emeralds to access. Okay, so Rusty Ruin Zone Act 1, there's nothing in there. There are a few gates like that have some secrets in them, but that one had nothing. Well, time to get back into ring collecting mode, since either Tails or Knuckles, I don't remember which, are in this area. So those pillars here that you just saw, they can only be destroyed by those thingies here that I'm going to call spinners, because, well, that's what they have you do. They make you spin around and around and around. Now I'm not even going to try seeing if there's anything behind that gate, because if there's nothing, I'm just going to bounce back into those spike balls. Okay, now got this flicky there, and whoa! Oh my god! Oh, that was so close. I thought for sure I was gonna get hit, but no, I got lucky there. Okay, so you got more pillars, and it's Tails who's behind them, so I gotta go back to those spinners up there, and you can forget about me trying to go through those flamethrowers. Of all the times I played through this game, I only managed to get through the flamethrowers once while I was in spinning mode, so to speak. So I'm going to have to try going through the spike balls instead. Yes, it's really a pick your poison kind of thing, and I prefer the spike balls by far. But right now, I don't feel like committing myself into the jaws of death right now, so I'm going to do this next time.